And now, Anna Knows Everything proudly presents Thirteennerella. It is based on the story of Cinderella. Let's tell you the story, shall we? It's a Friday the 13th special. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Thirteennerella. Thirteennerella had 8 ugly, mean stepsisters named Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, the twins Elena and Ella, and Nina. Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina made Thirteennerella do all the chores. Sweep for the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina all together. One day, the king of Trade Couplinham's messenger said, "Hear ye, hear ye! The king of Trade Couplingham is going to throw a bind, whereas the most beautiful gown god shall marry his son, Prince Trade Coupling." But Thirteennerella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are. They argue over who will marry Prince Trade Coupling. Later, Thirteennerella is so sad that she can't go to the ball and marry Prince Trade Coupling. Well, her fairy godmother asks what's wrong by saying, "Why are you crying?" Thirteennerella responds, "I've got lots of chores to be done, and I can't go to the ball and marry Prince Trade Coupling." Her fairy godmother said, I could help with a bit of magic." Thirteenerella's fairy godmother waved her magic wand, and all Thirteenerella's chores were done. But Thirteenerella's fairy godmother was not done yet. She said, "Thirteenerella, go fetch me a pumpkin." Luckily, Thirteenerella has 13 pumpkins. Her fairy godmother turns Thirteenerella's clothes into a gown and crown, and then the 13 pumpkins into a handsome coach by the 26 strong horses. Thirteenerella said, "I've never seen such a Trade Couplintastic gown. And get a lot of my glass slippers." Her fairy godmother said, "Have fun, Thirteenerella, but I would warn you. Return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken." Thirteenerella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Trade Coupling was wondering who he should marry. Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina all say all together, "He's walking towards me," but he's not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards Thirteenerella. Thirteenerella and Prince Trade Coupling dance together. But later, Thirteenerella says it's almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball. And she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Trade Coupling was so worried that he might never see Thirteenerella again. So he traveled around and Trade Coupling had to find her, and brought the glass slipper with him. He knocked on the door of the home where Thirteenerella and her stepsisters lived. But instead of Thirteenerella, he finds Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Ella, Elena, and Nina. Prince Traitor Coupling said, "Ladies, I have a favor to ask. You try on this glass slipper. Tina is first, but her foot is too big. Hannah is next, but her foot is too small. All the rest are the same, but none of their feet are the right size." Suddenly, Prince Traitor Coupling notices 13-year-old sweet saying, "The glass slipper fits!" And 13-year-old gets so excited because she's happy to have Prince Traitor Coupling back. And they both lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this bedtime story this morning. Friday the 13th special. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Knows Everything. And buy our merchandise, watch more videos, etc. Take care, Andrew Stores. Bye. And now, Andrew Knows Everything proudly presents 13nerella 2, 13 Wishes Come True. A sequel to 13nerella, based on the story of Cinderella. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon two times, 13nerella and Prince Traitor Coupling were happily married. But Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina have lots of tricks up their sleeves. Several weeks later, 13nerella is pregnant, but at the end, she gets sick, so the baby might die. Luckily, 13nerella's fairy godmother knows a spot that can cure her. She waves her magic wand to do it, and just in time, the baby is cured, and a girl. 13nerella and Prince Traitor Coupling named her Bertina to celebrate her birth, a fireworks show. And everyone in Traitor Coupling has so many gifts for Bertina, especially the king of Traitor Coupling, who has a magical necklace, but only remembers one thing it does: make a wish and rub the jewel on it. He can't remember anything else, but Bertina's magical necklace does. Meanwhile, Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Helena, Ella, and Nina are trying to think of a way to kill 13nerella. While they were doing that, Nina, the youngest stepsister, stumbles upon a treasure chest, and inside the chest is a magic medallion that causes bad luck. This gives Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, Nina an idea. Later, Bertina is almost a half a year old. Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina use the magic medallion's battle to kill 13nerella. But before they could start, 13nerella's fairy godmother and Bertina trap them in a bubble, steal the magic medallion, and put it back into the chest. And they all lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story. And if you want to see some more sequels, tell your friends about it. Maybe this can be a monthly tradition. I've been debating on making the 13nerella based on the story of Cinderella sequels a bit of a monthly tradition. So, if you want to see 13nerella 3, Traitor Couple, Love, and Glee on August 13, 2025, maybe I can. Take care! Bye! And good night, everybody! And now we're just doers! Andrew Does Everything proudly presents 13nerella 3, Trade a Cup of Love and Glee. A second sequel to 13nerella based on the story of Cinderella with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon 3 times, 13nerella and Prince Trade a Coupling really loved each other and their daughter Bertina. But Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina still had lots of tricks up their sleeves. Still can do anything to stop them. They're making a terrible 13 breakup potion. The most evil magic potion known to Trade a Coupling ham. The next day, 13nerella and Prince Trade a Coupling's anniversary. But Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, and Elena slashed the terrible 13 breakup potion on 13nerella and Prince Trade a Coupling, who are now breaking up. Is there anything I can do to reverse the terrible 13 breakup potion on Mommy and Daddy? Asks Bertina. Luckily, her grandfather, the king of Trade a Coupling ham, explains that there's only one thing to reverse the terrible 13 breakup potion. The Trade a Couple Back Together potion, which is hidden in an ancient temple, way on top of Mount 13 or more. 13,000 miles away from Trade a Coupling ham with 2 obstacles. Later, the king of Trade a Coupling ham, which is his granddaughter Bertina, good luck to get the Trade a Couple Back Together potion in time before the sun sets on the 13th day. If she does, 13nerella and Prince Trade a Coupling will love each other once again. But if not, 13nerella and Prince Trade a Coupling will be divorced forever. The king of Trade a Coupling ham then says, "Hold your horses!" Which reminds him of something. He whistles to call his pet wing horse, "Nar!" and when he was a wee little boy, and gives Bertina the kid-size armor, sword, and shield. And so, Bertina puts the kid-size armor on, jumps onto the wing horse's base, says, "Yeah!" to them, make the wing horse go. Later, Bertina is halfway out of time. The sun set for the first 7 days. The first obstacle is cannonballs. Luckily, Bertina slices the cannonballs in half with her new sword. The second obstacle is arrows. Bertina uses her new shield to protect her and then slices the arrows with her sword. And just in time, she has the Trade a Couple Back Together potion. Later, back at Trade a Coupling ham, 13nerella and Prince Trade a Coupling are not divorced anymore. Just in time, and the king of Trade a Coupling ham officially declares his granddaughter, Bertina, Trade a Coupling's only flying knight, and they all lived happily ever after. The end. Andrew's Doers, I hope you enjoyed this story. And yes, maybe the 13nerella sequels can be a monthly tradition. Tell your friends about 13nerella 4, Puzzles Galore, something like that. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Does Everything, and buy our merchandise at AndrewDoesEverything.com. Remember, wait for 13nerella 4, Puzzles Galore. And, take care. Bye. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Thirteennerella 4! Puzzles galore! A third sequel to Thirteennerella, based on the story of Cinderella, with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon 4 times, Thirteennerella and Prince tried a coupling, or taking Bertina tried a coupling and it was only flying night to her very first day of school. But Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina still have lots of tricks up their sleeves and still can do anything to stop them. By the time they arrive, Bertina's new teacher, Mrs. Magic Helen, says, "Welcome to Trade Cunningham Elementary School, Bertina. I'm Mrs. Magic Helen, and I'll be your teacher this year," and guides her to the classrooms. Meanwhile, Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina are trying to think of a way to stop Thirteennerella and Prince Trader coupling. While they were doing that, Nina, the youngest stepsister, states that she found the magic medallion that causes bad luck before, so that they can use it to accuse chaos by saying, "Hey, older sisters, I found the magical bad luck medallion. It's time for class." And Mrs. Magic Helen says, "It's time to get to know each other by drawing our favorite things." And Bertina's favorite things are the number 13, math, books, games, and food. Later, when it's time for recess, Bertina finds a strange cave. It goes inside to figure out where it leads, only to discover it was a trap made by Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Ella, Elena, and Nina. "I gotta get out of here," she whimpered. Luckily, she knows what to do. She says, "I wish I would be out of the trap," and rubs the jewel on her magical necklace. And not a minute too soon, she's out of the trap. Thirteenerella's fairy godmother flies to help, and she and Bertina turn Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina into stone statues. And Mrs. Magic Helen gives her a magical box with puzzles as a thank you for saving her school. And they along with Thirteennerella and Prince Trader Cunningham lived happily ever after. The end. And yes, Andrew viewers, maybe the Thirteennerella based on Cinderella sequels can be a monthly tradition. And don't forget to subscribe, like it, share on Internet Everything, and buy our merchandise at interneteverything.com. Oh, take care. Bye. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Thirteennerella 5, A Very Odd Dive. A 4th sequel to Thirteennerella, based on the story of Cinderella, with a plot twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon 5 times, Bertina is so excited about her magic puzzle box from Mrs. Magic Helen. But Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina still have lots of tricks up their sleeves and still can do anything to stop them. When Bertina opens her magic puzzle box, it has 3 clues, to which Bertina solves them all. She gets a big surprise. The first clue is the beach, and she asks her parents, Thirteennerella and Prince Trader Cunning, to take her, and so they agree. Meanwhile, Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, and Ella and Nina hear the Bertinas go to the beach, and so they have a new evil plan. They also have a submarine that could take them under the water. Bertina's first clue at the beach is something that starts with the letter M lives underwater and has human arms. But Bertina hears someone scream in the water scenes for help. A mermaid, that's the answer! And her fishtail is stuck under a rock. Luckily, Bertina knows what to do. She said, I wish I could breathe underwater, and so I could save the mermaid, to which her magical necklace heeds her instructions, and magically turns it into a mermaid too, so that she can save the mermaid. She then pushes the rock so that the mermaid can swim again, and introduces herself by saying, I'm Aquirta, the youngest daughter of the king and queen of Thirteennerella. And asked Bertina if she'd like to go to see Thirteennerella, and so she agrees. Not so fast! Shout Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Isabella, Ella, and Nina all together. The second clue on the list is something that rhymes with the word tail and has a shell on its back. And so, Aquirta says, you know, I think I saw a snail in the Hexalogy trench. Really? Oh, thanks, Aquirta. Thanks, Bertina, Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina. Don't give up, though. But before their submarine can go after her, an evil octopan named Phobia bumps into them and asks them if they'd like to team up. And so they agree. The king and queen of Thirteennerella messaged her son and said, oh, no, we're in trouble. Oh, big trouble. No. And then goes over to the king and queen of Thirteennerella, where Aquirta's older sisters are, and tells them by saying, my lord and lady, Phobia has teamed up with 8 evil mortal ladies. Sound the alarm! Yells the king of Thirteennerella, to which their messenger blows a trumpet alarm. That the guards hear and yell, charge! Phobia tries to by swinging her 8 tentacles, but the king and queens of Thirteennerella guards defeat her. Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, and Ella and Nina still don't give up, though. Man the thrust! Shouts Tina, the oldest, ugly, mean, wicked stepsister, to which her younger sisters activate the submarine thrusters, but Aquirta yells, stop! And uses her trading trident's magic to cast a spell on the submarine, to which Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina try to escape. But much to their misfortune, the submarine is out of power thanks to Aquirta's magic. They then try to fix the submarine's battery, but accidentally pulling it too hard, which causes the submarine to go haywire. It crashes into a rock, resulting in it sinking. Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina are now lost at sea. Bertina then solves the third and final clue. X plus 6 and equals 19. And she solves it by subtracting by 6 from both sides, and X equals 13. And then Bertina gets her surprise cookies. She then returns to shore, and she, along with Thirteennerella and Prince Trader Coupling, live happily ever after. The end. Yes, Andrew Drews, maybe this could be a monthly tradition, and so maybe you want to see Thirteennerella 6, a magic 13 triangle fix. Yes, maybe it can be a monthly tradition. And so, take care. Bye. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Thirteennerella 6. fix. A magic 13 triangle fix. A fix sequel to Thirteennerella. Based on the story of Cinderella with a plot twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon 6 times, Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina, who are now lost at sea, spot a desert island with triangle-shaped objects, aka Triangle Island. Welcome to Triangle Island, said Triangulan. Meanwhile, back at Trade Couplingham, Bertina, Thirteennerella Prince Trade Coupling, are getting ready to celebrate Thirteennerella Prince Trade Coupling's anniversary. Thirteenerella's fairy godmother joins in the fun, but forgets her magic wand. Where is it? She wonders, worried about her magic wand. Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, Nina find Thirteenerella's fairy godmother's magic wand itself, and they decided to use it to use chaos. So, what are the magic words? asked Tina, the oldest stepsister, where she tries saying, Bim sala boom and a scoop of ice cream, magic wand, fix our submarine. And then the magic wand fixes the now damaged submarine so that they can return to Trade Couplingham and kill Thirteennerella. Not so fast, shouts Bertina, to which she grabs the magic wand away from the ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters, but she chants the wrong magic words. Fippity foopity pecan pie, magic wand made me fly, which makes Bertina fly out of control by the time she flies through the enchanted forest. Bertina attempts to stop by saying, Flippity flop! Stop, stop, stop! Which causes her to fall and land onto the horse's back, and it gives her a ride. Uncontrollably, Bertina uses the wand to calm the horse down by saying, Gurry, gurry, calm, 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 her horse be calm, to which the horse is calmed down. Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina say, Nice try, but how are you going to defeat us without your mother's fairy godmother's magic wand, as they try to get the wand back? But Bertina becomes a knight by saying, Magic wand full of delight made me a knight, much to their fear. And then Bertina, who is now a brave and strong knight, stands up to them. Later, as Tina, Hannah, Isabella, Rena, Tanya, Elena, Ella, and Nina are defeated as Thirteenerella's fairy godmother gets her magic wand back, the king of Trade Couplingham declares his granddaughter Bertina a hero, otherwise known as Trade Couplingham's only strong knight, and she, along with Thirteennerella and Prince Trade Coupling, lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrews Doers. Don't forget to subscribe, like it, turn on Knows Everything, and buy our merchandise at knowseverything.com. And don't forget to vote for Thirteennerella 7, gazing at her Trade Coupling Heaven. And take care. Bye.